my god, that's savage. But that's actually a legitimate question. Hi, welcome to my channel where I talk about K-pop and respond to unpopular opinions I find on Reddit. In honor of Chungha's new album release, Querencia, we'll be discussing this unpopular opinion.
Chungha isn't that great of a dancer. She's a competent dancer, but I'm not seeing what others see when she performs. Her freestyle is nothing to write home about, and this other compilation of what is supposedly her best dancing isn't either. When she moves, in my interpretation, her aesthetic and how she looks are more at the forefront, and she comes off as stiff as a result. Something I've seen in her other performances with partners, that she does not react to her partners. Yes, she is the idol and the attention is on her, but this sometimes comes off at the cost of technique and cohesion with the dance. When I see other dancers, I see physical expressiveness, energy, and a story told in their movement. Because of the aforementioned stiffness, I don't buy the sass or sexiness Chungha tries to portray. She tries the sexiness and fierceness but looks, to me, like she is slightly uncomfortable with it, and it shows.
Okay.
For example of this, Mi Gente with Hwasa, when she tries to be flirty with her male backup dancers, she looks uncomfortable. Edit. I'm not talking just her freestyling, I mean her dancey, NG in general. Can the rest of this comment section chill the f out? This is r/unpopular K-pop opinions for a reason, LMAO. It's fine if you think Chungha is the greatest dancer in K-pop, or if she's your fave. But stop calling OP a liar or telling them they're overreacting because they're responding to comments discrediting their opinion. You shouldn't drag OP for posting an unpopular opinion in an unpopular opinion sub. Did you look at those videos with a blindfold?
I wholeheartedly disagree with this opinion. Ever since I saw Chungha on Produce 101, she instantly caught my eye because of her dancing and just how effortless she made it look. On top of having a stellar personality, she's extremely talented, hardworking, and humble. This girl choreographed the most iconic stage on Produce 101 and didn't want to take credit for it.
주도해서 짰어?
다 같이 쳤어.
봐주고
나랑 팀 만들래?
And on top of all of that, she's one of the strongest dancers in 3rd gen K-pop, along with titans such as Seulgi, Momo, Shinbi, and Blackpink Lisa. OP had written that in addition to looking stiff and sometimes awkward when she tries to do sexy concepts, Chungha sacrifices technique for aesthetic purposes. Curious, I decided to look into this. They linked the video of this ballroom dancer pointing out the exact parts in the Play music video where Chungha sacrifices technique for aesthetic.
You know, typical K-pop idol, like really concerned about the face and giving it to the camera. That's also very important, but it's at the expense of technique here, guys. Now, do K-pop fans notice or care? Probably not. All right, so oh, this is so sad. You're supposed to be leaning back right here. Okay, I'll ask you this, guys. Does Chungha look like she's leaning back? No, she's standing very elongated and upright. But you're supposed to gotta go back. It's all about like that dynamic roll. That's why it's called a roll, guys. I'm not giving you a roll.
Chungha isn't a professional samba dancer, and although he's right by saying she's not 100% correct in her technique, in this particular situation, the one where they're making a music video, it completely makes sense to me why Chungha chose to prioritize aesthetic over technique. Don't get me wrong, I'm all about idols giving their 100% during performances, but sometimes you just can't have it all. In this case, it seems like Chungha had to make the decision between executing the move correctly or possibly having to scrap the entire scene because it wasn't aesthetically pleasing. Her face would have been squished against the male dancer's chest, so in my opinion, it was a good call on her part. I do respect the opinion of the reactor and found his critiques very informative actually, but I don't think he should have held Chungha to the standard of a professional ballroom dancer, especially when the goals of the two are so different. K-pop's goal is to create a visually scintillating music video, whereas in professional ballroom dance, your goal is to execute the dance as flawlessly as possible. K-pop and ballroom dancing are completely different entities, and criteria for a good K-pop video versus a perfect ballroom dance vastly differs. Chungha is not perfect technique-wise, but I haven't seen a single K-pop idol that is either. Chungha excels in charisma and fierce stage presence, and I personally will take that over dull presence but perfect technique any day of the week. Thank you for listening to my K-Talk. If you enjoyed this video, maybe you'll like this one too.